Let me guess. You want to read up on your first task. What do you need to know?
Something about the lake.
I know just the thing. You should be able to find it now.
Only you would know a book-finding spell.
My tasks were somewhat different from yours. I had to bring back the skin of a 50-foot panther snake, a pearl from the bottom of the lake. We had mermaids back then. You would have loved that. And the cap from a green cap goblin. I am just glad it was not a red cap. Those goblins dip their caps in blood and are not too particular about whose. Fortunately for me, the green caps were partial to tonics. I taught them how to make a special one. None can appreciate one's element more than an earth mage. It is in our nature, if you'll pardon the pun. Iginor's tower is unique, at least for 3 days' walk in any northerly direction. Then you'll find another exactly like it. It's the best job in the world to be caretaker of every book in this hall. Someday, I will have read them all. I have a fondness for natural studies, which should not surprise you. Also, I have taken a liking to history. I doubt you would be interested in that. You're wearing the wrong color for a start. I'm more inclined to research past the commonly known texts. The earlier, the better. You know, the stories of how the elements cleansed the old world, and how mages rose from among the giftless to protect what was left. Our ancestors must have really ruined things for the elements to react the way they did. Think of all that strange technology the giftless once had. All gone now, though one can't help but wonder if anything got left behind.
If it did, it would be our duty to destroy it.
Of course. There are an untold number of halls within this tower, which is what comes from making the best use of the same space. We can be a fickle bunch at times, I grant you, but I believe every mage has Eliwold's best interests at heart. I have no doubt that my element knew what it was doing when it picked me, in a naturalistic, polypantheistic sense.
You made that term up.
Maybe. But you can chant to it. Is there anything you do not already know about me? We've been friends since the day you arrived. Come to think of it, we're both lucky I started at this hall 10 years before you. I nearly went to the one in Saltdish. Who wouldn't want to be a master? With just 4 seats per tower, it remains an unrealized goal for most. To reach that level requires the highest discipline, with the exception of the High Masters of Dominatra. Meeting them is a rare privilege. If you ever get even half the chance, jump at it. If I could learn half as much as he has, I would die a happy mage. We've always shared a policy of honesty, so you know my full opinion of you. However, if you would like me to reiterate...
No, you're right. We've covered that subject thoroughly.
The ideal place for an earth mage who wishes to spend his life in quiet contemplation and hard study.
Sounds exciting.
I think so. The masters are looking to extend the initiation period to 4 days, up from 1. That doesn't help you, though. I heard that a new hall has been discovered in the tower, one the masters had not commissioned. Sometimes I think this place has a life of its own. By the way, don't forget to acquire your first spells from the Sphere of Knowledge in the training hall. The combination is fire, light, light.
I have waited 10 years for this.
Seeker of power, know your element. Say not, but show. Of what do I speak? Prompts laughter against one's soul. Ascribes ally when full. Aids the aim of an arrow, as light as itself.
I know, it's...
Show.
I have to find what it is asking for. Something to do with my element, I suspect. I should search the appropriate hall. All my worldly worth. An indefinitely locked chest. I have never managed to get this thing open. Once I tried hauling it out the window. It bounced right back. My spare boots. They were useful during all those nature excursions. Bort loved getting his feet dirty. I know what's inside. There's nothing I need. I should fill this flask in the fountain hall. Mage's water is always a good thing to have. The door combinations have changed recently. I wonder if there's a water mage who'd know it. I'm quite partial to this depiction. Why risk a concussion? I did not spend the last 10 years studying, so I could... I've been too anxious to sleep lately. You only have to think of touching it, and it lights up. I've been suffering from writer's block since the age of 6. If I need to use it, I can just do the grinding at this bench. I'll just leave it here. Just some study notes I scribbled down. Study desk, a standard feature for a novice's private hall. I can't return without the lock of hair.
Newly initiated water mage at your service. It is a shame your element picked you first. Next life, perhaps. I have had the opportunity to speak with her on several occasions. She sees in me great potential. Just my luck having to deal with that earth mage whenever I want to look something up. Anyone so interested in paper and trees must be conflicted or confused. Did you get the priestess too? She is a popular task, especially among the male initiates.
I'm sure most don't see her that way.
Are you sure you're 16? My task was to catch her echo. Sounds tricky, but as with many things, it comes down to having the right bucket handy.
Do you know the combination to the fountain hall?
Have you not sailed the 3 seas? Tell you what, Dark, I'll trade you that information for a healing potion.
But
Otherwise, I hope you enjoy guesswork.
the 3 C's.
Some towns grow on you, others you can't wait to shed. I want to go to the capital, meet the High Masters, see their great tower. With any luck, I can avoid paying my family a visit. My parents are fine. At least they were when I last saw them a decade ago. I'm just glad I didn't take after them. Where else would anyone want to live if they had a choice? Dominatra is the only place to make a decent name for yourself. If you want to get anywhere, you have to seize the opportunities as you find them. I sense mine are almost within reach. I take it you want to cross Lorelei Lake? I have a compass that will allow you to navigate your way to the island.
Thank you.
Not so fast.
What do you want, Cray? Money?
Don't be ridiculous. I left something in the priestess's palace when I was there. I want you to get it back for me.
You mean the priestess took it from you?
I'm going to ignore that. The important thing is the item itself. A sapphire brooch encrusted with 4 smaller stones. It was a gift from someone who has since left Iginor.
A girl?
That is my business. Now, as you know, we are not permitted on the island unless it is part of our initiation. Promise to retrieve it for me, and I will give you the compass.
All right. Deal.
Good. Here you go. Oh, and you will also need this.
A scrap of paper? What is this? A riddle of some kind?
That is for you to work out. I've held up my end. Make sure you do the same. I would hate to see you disadvantaged for breaking your word.
What is that supposed to mean?
Let us hope you don't find out. Take good care of it. The compass once belonged to our water master. All I'll tell you is that it's meaningless without the compass.